this place? The class from starting a wee small area right up is this level.
It's a pretty cool gym. A lot of space downstairs, Davy, but quite a lot more upstairs.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's we'll go upstairs and show you. There's a cardio area, and then there's classes. They do 30 classes a week, and every single class is always packed through the week. They're turning people away at spinning and everything. You know, because the reserves are full and everything. It's a credit what these guys can do.
Well, a hearty and healthy welcome to you here for your Lurgan outside broadcast, as it were. We're not live, but we're in Fitness Factory, which is sort of down in Flush Place. I think that's the address you can give it, just about. Fine establishment. We're in the bottom half of the Fitness Factory, and you can see Eugene here himself, and we'll be chatting to Eugene. Will be chatting and a few questions to ask too. Going to have a look at what goes on here, but the main reason that we are here is because of the man here on my right, David Stewart, who is not alone. With a body fit to resemble, as it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Compared to myself, that is. But it is a weightlifter of Northern Ireland fame. Tell me about your story and the weightlifting first.
Started about when I was 16, so it is. Just went down. I was down in the dungeon. Red McBride and all were training at the time. My dad brought me down. I was 7 stone, so I was, and I wanted to improve myself, just wanted to build up, and started training, and I felt, when I lifted the weight, just felt, Jesus, this is brilliant. So it is the confidence you get, the feeling you get. And
that endorphin shoot up to the head, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it was just a pure adrenaline rush, and how your body changed, so it does. So then
You're talking about physically?
Physically, yeah, and the whole size-wise and the way your muscle would move and different exercises, done different things, so it is. And then I studied fitness, I became a personal trainer, and I wanted to do shows, but I wanted to do shows non-enhanced, so it is. Most shows now, they're big massive guys and use certain supplements and stuff, so they do, but I didn't want to go down that road. I sort of wanted to stay the natural side of it, but I didn't know where, so I was asking around, and the story was, you're too small, you're too skinny, you can't do this, you can't do that. Me being stubborn, I said, right, okay then, I'll prove you wrong. So a guy contacted me called Creaney, and he says, there's a show called NIFMA run by Martin Spence, and it was a physique show. And I said, okay, right, I'll have a go at this here. I hadn't a clue what I was doing. Didn't know about dieting or nothing, so and he says, do you know that you have to diet and stuff? I says, no, what's that?
You mean you can't have fish and chips every week?
That's what I sort of thought. I thought, oh, so you can't do this now. So he explained to me, and he showed me pose and stuff like that there and all. So that was all right. I went to it. Didn't expect nothing. I thought I'd go for the experience of it. And there 3 categories, was physique, athletic, and body art. I think I placed 2 seconds and a third, and then that's when the buzz kicked in. The bug just got me. I says, right, okay. I went up to these guys, and these guys were phenomenal. Like, when I walked in back to the change room, you seen me just going, what am I doing here? Well, I should not be here. And then there was another show about 4 months later, and I said, okay, I'm going to win that show. Went away, put my head down, trained, studied a bit more, figured out diet and eating and stuff, and posing more. Went back, and I won the categories. Took a year out, went back. Done NIFMA again. I think they done was, it used to be the European, the Northern Ireland, the Irish, and the Worlds. And I done the over 40s and the over 30s. I won all the categories in it. And then it was sort of what I wanted to do, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I found out about the BNBF.
BNBF means?
The British Natural Bodybuilding Federation, run by McKeown. And absolutely phenomenal show. It's one of the best natural bodybuilding shows you'll ever see over here. So it is. It's all proper drug tested, so it is. So if you go to them the day of the show, you're pulled back from the stage and you're tested. So you are. So it's all non-enhanced.
So you can't cheat then, basically?
No, you couldn't cheat. So you couldn't. They make sure that there. Even when you're signing your form, stuff like that, it says that you have to be a natural bodybuilder or even 7 years clean of whatever they're using. And I done my first show there. and again, I was a fish out of water. Hadn't a clue what I was doing. I was just gadding was all wrong and stuff like that there. And I was sitting on a step, so I was head behind, down around my knees, so I was dehydrated. I thought you meant you see, you do like water dropping. So I was, and I was told you might drop your water a week out. I had no water for a full week. I was done collapsing. And a guy, James, Melvin came along. He owned the compound room. He tapped me on the shoulder and he says, "Can I give you a bit of advice?" Here's my, "Yeah, certainly." He says, "Get water in you, young fella." And
Just the opposite of what you're actually doing.
yeah, and
So important.
he says if you don't, you know, you need to get that water into you. You look really drained and physically just burnt out. And here's my arm, and just clicked. Ever since that show, I think I came third to us, and afterwards I contacted James, and James took me under my wing. Now he's my coach for the past 5 years. Not just a coach, but a mentor and a big brother. If anything wrong, like, you know, not just for me, for all his athletes, like he is there.
We'll come up to where you're coming up to soon, because I know you've been through the Northern Ireland Championship, you're going to the British Championship.
Yep.
I want to bring Eugene in at this stage, and I hope you're not threatened with these two examples of fantastic bodies either side of you here.
No.
I did a lot of preparation for this evening. I drove up here in the car and I thought that was plenty of effort. Maybe I should have taken some water. But Eugene, have you done this bodybuilding before? And I'm sure you've quite a few questions to
No,
answer.
I worked in building sites for quite a number of years. I didn't have to go to the gym, so I was doing it every single day of the week when I was in construction, Davy.
Yeah.
But Davy would know, and I think we all know anybody from Lurgan, where Collie Malone's gym next door, college, a good friend of mine as well. I've been up here quite a few times. But the person behind all of this, and the gym and the training and the girls, is a guy called Alan Campbell. I know Alan pretty well, and Alan would be involved in some of the fight nights in the Sego. But Davy, how much of an influence and how much of a help has Alan been to you over the years, basically?
Alan is he's took me under his wing. The first time I done a show, he says, "Listen, we're going to sponsor you." To me, Alan's like a father figure, not just to me, but to the whole of Lurgan. He's an absolute legend, known for his kickboxing and stuff.
Yep.
So he is. He has given me so much help and confidence in myself as well. Not only that, you know, there's days where you just want to sit and have a chat and have coffee and see. I'm not doing like the cracking banter you get in this gym is next to none.
Jimmy, you have fun in the gym?
Oh,
Are you sure?
it's not just a matter of come down and, you know, everybody grunting and groaning, and you know, you got to come down and he makes sure you have a laugh.
So you're saying Collie Malone feeds you full of fish and chips then? Is that what you're
That's the
saying?
secret. We don't tell nobody that. We'll cut that bit out.
Oh, we're not mentioning fish and chips, because I'll immediately go for some afterwards.
Well,
So a lot of it's about discipline, from what I hear from you yourself.
discipline, yes.
And it's much about the camaraderie and that kind of being brought along by others.
Yeah, you have to have the camaraderie. I got into the simple reasons age is just a number. Also, not only that, you know, just to prove to everybody, listen, if you have a dream, go for it, achieve it, no matter what it is, go for it. Age is anything at all. Come in, do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Just get up there and go for it. Your health is your wealth. So
I can hear that in your attitude, and heard it in the first conversation before we came online, when you said, I believed I was going to win it, and I told everybody I was going to win it, and lo and behold, you won it. If you don't see it there, it might be a bit more difficult.
Yeah, definitely. I say the Northern Ireland show. As soon as I picked the phone up and said, "James, right, let's get on, let's do this here." 22 weeks out, let's put our head down. I grafted and grinded the whole 22 weeks. With James contact me every solid week, and I said to him, I says, "Listen, James, I'm winning this." I told everybody, I says, "I am winning this." I says, "What do you see?" And the day of the show, it's the first time where I just felt so relaxed, even standing in the show, looking around, sitting, saying, "I've got this." So I have, and I wanted that title so bad.
Davy, where does the British Championship take place in? I know is it on the start of October?
It's the 2nd October over in Leatherhead.
That's in Surrey,
I think
yeah.
Surrey, yeah.
Yeah.
So is the theatres, but it's like the whole of England, Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland. They all get together, so it's the top 3 of everywhere who's qualified. So I'll basically be going up against the best of the best, and them guys are like, they're like. So they are.
Something else.
We me from Northern Ireland go and stand up
on.
against these guys.
Go
and
for
it's-
it. Go for it.
It's,
And is size an important role in it all? Can it be any size, or is it just based
For
on
my
age and weight?
well, my category, it's the Masters, which is over the 40s, but you could be any size. So I could go up against guys who are 14 stone, maybe more. So good. But again, it's nothing to do with size or nothing like that there. It's to do what way your muscle fits your body. So I could be going up against a guy 14 stone and I could look better or have better conditioning and beat him. It depends,
It's not as if you're standing against them. It's their view of what you
Yeah,
do, how you pose,
you
and
five,
all
yeah,
those sorts of
you
things.
5 judges, so you'll be doing posing, you do your quarter turns and then your mandatory turns, and they'll look at your body and see if your muscle fits, if your both biceps are even, your back's even, how much body fat you're holding, if you've got your quads, your
So
glutes and all
it's
something.
like being a Crufts dog show. They're really judging it up.
That's it, yeah. So it
When
is.
do you start to pump? When do you obviously need to pump up for that extra day.
So we go in the morning time, pre-judging. I think I got an email saying our pre-judging starts at 11 o'clock. So we'll be there, maybe earlier, not there to register and stuff. And about 10 minutes or 5 minutes before, I'll start pumping up and warming up and stuff. So I will. I'll be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, start getting food into me as well.
I could be up for that if there's food involved.
Oh,
I'd be up.
I don't think you want to eat the food I have eaten. But
What is it you're going to be eating?
it'll be eating a cup of sweet potato, rice. Again, it depends what James will say. I think he's over there at the time. He may call into my hotel room.
So it's the simple kind of get the carbos in. That's the
He'll take a
pasta
look
or
and he'll
whatever
say,
it
well,
is.
you need so many grams of this or so many grams of that. And start eating every 2 hours. So, and then do the pre-judging. Once pre-judging.
You've done all this kind of work, Eugene, to some degree. You've been in a gym.
Oh, goodness gracious, but not to that sort of level. No, I've been doing a lot of very basic stuff.
Yeah.
But Davy's brought it to a whole new level, and it's all very modern. There's a lot of science involved in it too, Dave.
Yeah, there's a lot of science. It's anybody can come in and lift a lump of weight. But the way
Or
like
not.
the way like myself, I'd say maybe even Eugene and stuff, we'll be trained specifically for the muscle growth, breaking down the muscle, rebuilding the muscles. So certain days could be like a chest, certain day be your back, your legs.
Well, there's a big machine behind us here. I'm going to step out of the way because I'm going to ask you, maybe Eugene too, how to work this one.
I'll let Dave have a go at this one, I think.
The hack
Looks
squat.
a bit too complicated for
What
me.
is this one called?
This is a hack squat. This is for your legs. This will work your quads. Put your feet up in here. There's no certain area wherever you want your feet. I sort of find if I put my feet up around here and then close and lean back, I'm going to work my quads more. Then I lift it up, put this down. Of course, there's a weight on this here, but I haven't warmed up, so I don't want to put the weight on in case.
Is that all your squat?
So this way, you just lean into it, get your feet nice and comfy, and you're coming down, and you'll come down to here and you'll feel your glutes and your hams and your quads. Good. And then you'll come back up again.
What about the core? Did you get anything from the core to that?
I always squeeze my core. I find if you squeeze your core, you're also working it.
Yeah.
You keep it loose, you're sort of, you're all over the place. So
Yeah.
you sort of squeeze your core, and I'm coming down and sort of feeling. I try to get my head, mind correct, no matter what muscle I'm using. So I have to feel that there and then feeling up, and I wouldn't keep the legs locked.
And what sort of weight are you putting on your strain there? Is there an inordinate amount of weight, or is that a
This here,
kind of?
I don't know what weight this would be, but I would start off light, so would, and then I'd finish off with I would call a working set of 220 kilo.